slash, poll guy. So I've been asked to take a poll. How many came here for extra credit? Show of hands. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up till I say when. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Looks like 23. Okay, how many came in because they saw the flyer and just thought it would be a great idea? Yeah! We flyered the piss out of this event. Anyway, 1, 2, keep your hand. Well, alright, Frank. Should we count Frank? Yeah, let's count Frank. Alright. I'll put an asterisk on one of these. Alright, show of hands again. Who came for the flyer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16. How many got the Facebook invite? Not a lot. 1, 2. What? Okay. So 3. All right. And how many came from word of mouth? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess I came from word of mouth.
4.
All right.
Extra credit cells. Extra credit cells. All right. Okay, thanks.
Been going.
Welcome everybody to today's event sponsored by a student club on campus, Students for Democratic Society. If you'd like to learn more about the student club, Students for Democratic Society, there's literature on the back table. There's also some literature up here that I'll talk about in a moment. Today's event is Capitalism, the nature of capitalism, a debate. It's actually a dialogue and a discussion as well, and potential discussion of alternatives to capitalism. My name is Mickey Huff. I am Associate Professor of History here at Diablo Valley College. I'm also a recent interim and former director of Project Censored Media Watchdog Group. We're actually doing an event here sponsored by SDS on October 28th. That's a Wednesday in this room to talk about the new book Censored 2010, which I have right here. One of the reasons I'm mentioning it isn't just because I was the co-author, is because we're selling them for $20, $5 of which will be donated to the student club for anybody that's interested. We'll also have them available in 2 weeks. Another reason I'm mentioning it is that what we do at Project Censored is cover the top censored stories that aren't in the corporate media every year, and over a half a dozen stories this year deal with problems of capitalism. So it's something that's, again, it's an invitation into a discussion about an economic system that is widely assumed in the United States, where if there is any critique that goes on of it, the sources are considered biased, but any source that just assumes the nature of capitalism is good for a society, those are often seen as objective. Which is a really strange way of looking at that, because as you're going to see today, there are many different supporters of capitalism, other than what you might see in the corporate mainstream media, and then there are also a wide variety of detractors and people offering alternatives to capitalism that most people don't really get to see or consider. So today's event is designed to talk about views that are really outside the mainstream, and I'm going to introduce the speakers here. There's also more information on the table over here from some of the speakers for $2 and $4 donations, so you can check those out on your way out. And anybody that's here at the behest of an instructor, there's a sign-in sheet over here if you were offered credit for that, so you can sign that on the way out if you'd like. Also, as I mentioned before, this is sponsored by the Students for Democratic Society. The club meets Wednesdays at 3 o'clock in LA 118, so anybody that's interested is welcome to attend. You don't have to be a member. Anybody that wants to come and just see what goes on, you can do that. SDS has only been around on campus here for less than 2 years, and they're already the most active group on campus and have been putting on the most events, bringing the most speakers, showing the most films, and other words, they're making it a community college campus. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming here and all the instructors for having people come to support the event and support students. And if you disagree with some of the ideas and the things that are going on here today, that's great. Please start a club and do your own event and bring other speakers to campus and be active. That's what it's about, and that's what we're trying to get people to do. So we really encourage active participation and citizenship. That said, I'm going to introduce people, and I'll introduce very briefly the nature of how things will go on here this afternoon. The event will run until roughly 2 o'clock. So let me introduce the people that are here and the views that they're going to be. I'm just going to be very generally giving the views that they're going to be talking about, and then each of the speakers is going to be given roughly, there's 3 groups of speakers. There's 2 and 2 and 2 representing different vantage points on capitalism and potential alternatives. And each of them are going to give 10 minutes. Each group is going to do a 10-minute spiel. And then what we're going to do is open it up for commentary and discussion. So I've got this cordless mic, and I'm going to play Phil Donahue and run around. So anybody who wants to have a comment and ask a question, you can do that. Each group will get an opportunity to answer those questions. We're going to keep remarks in that regard to about 2 minutes. And then when we're running out of time, somewhere near about 20 to 2-ish, we're going to have each of the groups again give their final commentary in less than 5 minutes. So without further delay, let me introduce today's speakers. First we have Sean Gallagher and John Ryman. We're going this way down the table. Sean is a Marxist and member of the International Workers of the World, or Wobblies, labor union. John Ryman, industrial. John Ryman is an expelled member of the Carpenters Union, a member of the IWW. So they're going to be giving a commentary on Marxist perspectives of capitalism. To John's left, not ideologically, we have June Dam, local organizer for the Campaign for Liberty and End the Fed movement. We also have Michael Thurman, so they're going to be talking about libertarian perspectives. Tyler Darling, I'm sorry, you're right. Michael's all the way at the far left, where he belongs. So I'm sorry about that, my mistake. Tyler, I should know you, you're in my class. Tyler, you're going to be joining June Dam and making some commentary from the libertarian perspective on capitalism. At the very end, at the far left of the table, we have Brian Rice. Brian is one of the founders at SDS at DVC. He's also a member of an anarchist organization, Unconventional Action, and Earth First. And all the way at the end, apologies to Michael Thurman, who will be joining Brian and making comments from anarchist perspectives. So already from the get-go, some of you may be wondering what these perspectives are, because you don't really get to hear about them a lot in corporate mainstream media. You don't really get to hear about them in our conventional political culture. And that's actually a testament to how there's a significant lack of dialogue and freedom of press and discourse in our society. So we're here to try to do that and rectify those problems. So without further delay, let's hear first from John Ryman. Then we'll go down and hear from June Dam, and then we'll hear from Brian Rice, and then we'll open things up for questions. You can make commentary from the table if you like, from the mics, or you can come up here and hold the mic. It's totally up to the speakers how they want to do that.
Thank you. Brothers and sisters, friends, and not so friends. The question which we're going to be discussing today is not one of just intellectual academic interest, but is one that will directly affect you as individuals and as members of your generation, the next generation of cannon fodder for capitalism. And I should just compare the future and the present situation that you have to what I had when I was about your age and attending City College of New York. And at that time, it costed about $23 per semester to go to school. I got a student grant, not a loan. I had a part-time job. And when I graduated from school, I graduated pretty much confident that I have a decent job, and I